Hello everyone, welcome back to Network 13. Today's video is in response to a request from a viewer, and the viewer had watched our random number generator video. And if you don't recall what this circuit was, you can go back and watch the video if you want, because it's on our video list. But a quick summary: the random number generator would output a random number between 0 and 9 on this 7-segment display here. And how it would accomplish this: we have a 555 circuit that would produce clock pulses that would go through this NPN inverter stage, would clock this 4026, which is a 5-stage Johnson counter, and that would drive the segments on the display. And the way this worked is you would press this spin button, which would start the 555 clocking at about 16 hertz, and when you released it, the frequency would gradually decay from 16 hertz down to 0. And wherever it stopped clocking, whatever was on the display, that was your random number. Now, our viewer wanted to know if we could modify this circuit to count from 1 to 6, which would be the spots on a 6-sided die that you'd throw in a conventional kind of gaming environment. So I came up with this circuit. This half is essentially the same as the other schematic I just showed you. This is the same 555 clocking circuit. And we press our roll button, which outputs about a 50 hertz clock signal, which gets inverted by this NPN inverter stage, and it drives this 4022. Now the difference here is the 4022 doesn't drive a 7-segment display, it drives individual outputs. So I'll give you this timing diagram. What happens is on each clock cycle, on each positive going edge, one of the outputs will go high. So it'll start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it'll repeat. So this cycle will repeat. So each line will go high in order from 0 to 7, 0 to 7. Just one line, the other lines will stay low. So just to simplify things, rather than wiring up some kind of a representation of an actual die with the spots in the traditional places, which I could have done, but that would have been a little more complicated to build. So instead, I opted to use a 10 LED bar graph display, and I'm using the first 6 LEDs in this. And this is very straightforward. So if number 1 lights up, it means that we roll the 1. If number 2 lights up, we roll the 2, and so on and so forth. And you'll see when I'm doing the demonstration exactly how that works. So as we're clocking the input of the 4022, each line will be coming on in sequence like we saw in the timing diagram. So we will go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6 will go high, but we won't see an LED light up because there's no LED wired to 6. Number 6 connects to the reset line. So when number 6 goes high, it resets the counter, and the counter goes back to 0. So what actually happens behind the scenes is we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we see light up in order. And then number 6 comes on very briefly, which we don't see because there's no LED. Number 6 resets the counter, which puts us back to 0. So what we're going to see is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which actually represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over and over. Now, another thing of note here is that I'm using one common cathode resistor because only one of these will be on at a time. So I can get away with using one resistor here rather than putting one for each cathode. Okay, so you saw this earlier. Here's the circuit wired up on the proto board. And just to go through some of this, that's the 555 timer IC. This is the 100 microfarad cap. And this is the roll button. We have our timing cap here that's a 0.33 microfarad ceramic. This blue LED tells us that the 555 is actually clocking, and you'll see that in a moment. This is the 2N3904 NPN, which we're using as a very simple logic inverter that's driving the CD4022, which is underneath all these wires. You can't really see it very well. And over here is, of course, is our display with our LEDs. So right now it's in standby, and it's indicating a 1. So I'll show you what happens when we press the roll button. We hold the roll button in, and as you can see here, the blue LED is indicating that, you can actually see it flashing. It's indicating that the 555 is clocking, and of course we also know that because our count is changing on the display. So you see we're counting from 1 through 6 over and over and over and over and over. Now when we let go of the roll button, you'll see what happens. The clock frequency will decay, and then it'll stop. So right now it stopped on 5. So that means we rolled a 5. If we hold the button in again, let go, and it stops. Now we rolled a 2. Hold it in again, and we rolled a 3, and so on and so forth. Well, that's about it for this. This is about all that this does. It doesn't do much more than this, but I think it does fulfill the requirements of our viewer who wanted to have a random number generator that would generate a number between 1 and 6. And that's clearly what we're doing right now. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below the video, or you can email us at network13.contact@gmail.com. That's network13.contact@gmail.com. I will be posting links to the data sheets for the 555 timer IC and for the CD4022 counter. And with that, I will say, as always, thank you for watching.